Hi everyone, welcome back to our series on 살인자의 기억법 by 김영하. 그는 첫 수업 시간에 엄숙한 표정으로 이런 말을 해서 나를 웃겼다. Something I thought was interesting a couple years into my Korean learning was the realization that the verb 웃기다 is not just a fixed expression meaning that's funny or 웃겼다, that was funny. It's actually the causative form of the verb 웃다, to laugh or smile. So when you say 웃기다, it actually means making someone laugh. For example, if you say 웃겼다 or 웃기다, you're actually saying it's making me laugh or it made me laugh. So keep that in mind if you ever want to say something in particular made you laugh, like 그 사람이 나를 웃겼다. That person made me laugh. Or 그 영화가 나를 웃겼다. That movie made me laugh. Just something to keep in mind if you ever want to actually say something specific made you laugh. 시인은 숙련된 킬러처럼 언어를 포착하고 그것을 끝내 살해하는 존재입니다. Just a quick note on the pronunciation of 숙련. It sounds like 숙련 in spite of the way it's spelt. And here you'll notice that he's used the word 살해 instead of 살인. 살해, if you break it down, 살 means to kill, 해 means to harm. And in this word 살인, in means person, as in 인간. So he's talking here about language. Naturally, it wouldn't have made sense to say basically the word for homicide, right? Homicide in English as well, it means killing a person specifically, whereas kill could be anything. So there's a little distinction there in the nuance that doesn't quite come out in the translation. I just said kill, but I thought that was something to note, that there's a little difference there. 그때는 이미 수십 명의 사냥감을 포착하고 그것을 끝내 살해해 땅에 묻은 뒤였다. In Korean, if you ever want to say hundreds or dozens or thousands or millions of something, all you have to do is add the word 수 before the units that you want to use. 수 means number. So if you want to say there's hundreds of people, you would say 수백 명. And here as well, be careful of the pronunciation because it's spelled 사냥감, but just like 장난감, it's pronounced with a hard G, so 사냥감. 그러나 내가 한 일이 실이라고는 생각하지 않았다. 살인은 시라기보다 산문에 가깝다. 해보면 누구나 알 수 있다. There's a little nuance here with the nun that doesn't really have a place in the translation, unfortunately, at least not in text. Whereas if you're speaking, you might make this kind of distinction to give you an idea of sort of the feeling that this little tag here has. In English, we would use our voice to say, I didn't think that what I did was poetry, which naturally makes the listener build expectancy and think, okay, well, what did you think it was? So in the same way, there's actually the way that you can use nun here, which you all know is, I guess they call it the topic marker, the topic tag, whatever you want to call it. It has another function here, so you're saying, well, it wasn't this, but you're implying that it was something else. And this 라기보다, don't let this intimidate you if you haven't seen this form before. It's basically just an expanded form of 보다, which, as you all know, is rather than. So rather than poetry, murder is closer to prose. This 라기, if you think of 뭐뭐라고 한다, 라고 is to call or say something, kind of like a quote, or in this case, it's calling something something. So I've translated it here very literally, rather than being called. In English, of course, if we were doing a proper, more literary translation, we would just say is closer to prose than poetry. But just to give you a sense of the subtle difference between 시라기보다 and 시보다, I've translated it literally there. I hope that helps to understand the slight difference between the two. So that's all for our video today. If you've enjoyed the story so far and you'd like to see more of 살인자의 기억법, please let me know. Otherwise, we're going to be moving on to a new literary work, so I hope you'll enjoy that as well. Thank you for watching.